2, and 3. Ready? Salute. Okay, first exercise, hands shoulder width. Circular movements, shoulder height. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. To the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right, to your left, center. Inhale, exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right, to your left, center. Inhale, exhale. Okay, one more time. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right, to your left, center. Inhale, exhale. Hands on your waist, circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Cross. Knees. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Hands on your waist. Neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Okay. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, center, tilt to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, center, rotating down. 1, 2, 3. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Center, hands up. Pull in, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Spread your feet. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, stretch it out. Switch. 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 Straighten the front knee. Switch. 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 Okay, center. Okay. Shake it out. Deep breathing, hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands in your waist. Shoulder roll. Reverse. And center. Okay, press, release, exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. And stop. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, wrist. Reverse. Okay, palms down. Pick a circle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, shake it out. Side to side. Okay, center, lift. Okay, center, opposite side. Insert the needle. Switch. And center. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, leg swing. Switch. Switch. Side to side. Switch. Other side. And the center. Shake it out. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Still grilling. Switch. Okay, open and close. Switch. Okay, center. Circular movements, parallel stance. Lower hoop. Shoulder height. Elbows down. Palms down. Extend. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Diagonal flying. Switch. Okay, center, cloud hands. Okay, palms down. Lift up. Carry tiger to the mountain. Infinity sign. Okay, form the fists. Okay, palms together, strum the lute. Draw the bow. Okay, fan to the back. Okay, raised hand. Okay, palms down, deep breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, we go through the sequence. We can shift this way a little bit maybe so we can. Okay, ready? Preparation. Forward and back. Turn the corner. Single whip. Cloud hands. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, good. So we'll go right into the long form. Okay, ready to move. See what we need to work on after. Ready? Feet parallel. Preparation. Sink the elbow, relax the shoulders. Set up, high pat the horse, instep kick, turn, heel kick, planting punch, turn, parry and punch, step up, set it up, high pat the horse, beat the tiger, cross the arms, right heel kick, 2 punches to the ear, potting leg left, turn 360 pedal step, fold the arms, right potting leg, parry and punch, form the fists, step up and punch, divert, block and punch, cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain, carry tiger to the mountain, cross hands, second set of obliques, brush knee push left, right side grasp the sparrow's tail, hook your wrists, single whip, hold the ball, reverse the ball, diagonal flying, sit back, pot the horse's mane 5 times, twice on this side, step up, once on this side, left side, pot the horse's mane, step up, right side, 2 more, cross corner, Jade Lady work shuttle left side, opposite corner, pivot twice, double cross, double step, forward and back. Jade Lady work shuttle, neutral position right, stroke down, pot the horse's mane. Cross corner, double pivot, step and step, forward and back. Right side, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Hold the ball. Shift. Second set of cloud hands. turn, cover hand, snake sticks out tongue, draw down, step up, pass through cross hands to golden cockroach stance of one leg. Press down, thrust and kick, golden cockroach on the opposite side. Repulse the monkey 3 times. Neutral position. Carry tiger to the mountain. Hold the ball. Shift. Diagonal flying. Shift, step up. Press forward. Raise the hand. Stork flaps wings. Turned. Brush knee 1 time. Insert needle. Fan to the back. Turn. Stroke down. Parry and punch. Step forward. Form the fist. Divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms. Leopard and tiger springs to mount. Oops, sorry. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists. Back to single whip. Okay, 3rd set of cloud hands. Palm strikes face after you set up your hands. Left palm. Turn. Single lotus. Left side brush knee and push. Twist step. Punch down to crotch. Step up. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists. Single whip. 2nd. Snake sticks out tongue. 2nd downward posture. Step up to 7 star. Retreat to ride the tiger. Left palm strikes face. 180-degree turn. Double lotus. Draw bow to shoot tiger. Palm strikes face 2nd time. Turn. Parry and punch. Step up. High pat the horse. Grasp the sparrow's tail. Hook your wrists. Single whip. Hold the ball. Close the form. Okay, deep breathing. Okay, so we've gone through the short form and the long form. We've worked on the kicks. We've worked on golden cockerel stands on one leg. We did that in the last few classes. Golden cockerel stands on one leg. I guess after you do the form twice, it's break time, huh? So all these years of practicing, we have people that practice here, but not just years, maybe decades, or maybe 2 decades, and some people approaching 3 decades of practice. But what makes it so unique, Tai Chi, or the training that we use, that kind of motivates people or gets people thinking about what a simple form or simple sequence is. So that's all the traditional arts practice like this. So we all practice forms, whether it's Tai Chi or Kung Fu or any other style. And it's something that was created, centuries ago. And what makes it unique is that it covers a lot of different disciplines. There's meditation, there's movement, there's all kinds of sciences built into the movement because we're dealing with the human body. But, movement has always intrigued me from the beginning of when I was able to understand that something that I was fascinated with. So, as I continue to do this, I continue to find out and discover, some of the sciences that are involved with this, And last week I gave out this handout that actually Peter Wayne had handed to me. And it had to do with the 2 hemispheres of the brain. We know that one side controls the opposite side. But then when we do movements, generally it's kind of isolated. We're usually one-sided, sort of unilateral. We use one hand doing most of our tasks. We don't actually use 2 hands unless we're doing something that's functional. But then, that article mentioned how people, as they old, they have more trouble learning movements that sort of contralateral. They work on the opposite sides, working simultaneously. Sort of, like bilateral movements. Like this is bilateral movement. When your hands are doing exactly the same pattern with the same muscle groups simultaneously. So we're pretty much wired to do those kind of things. We can form the fist. We can do infinity sign, both being the same. So if we just tried this, right? We can stand shoulder width. We do the infinity sign. You can turn the volume up. The red one. Yeah. Yeah. So can you hear it? So when we're doing movements like this, form the fist, that develops the pattern on both sides. And it's easy to do. I think anyone that comes in the first time actually picks up on these the easiest. If I took those same movements, and we can all try this, and we're going to go on the same side. And you try to get the pattern. So essentially the hands. So are you sinking your elbow? Are you including your shoulders? Are you relaxing the wrists? Because aside from the patterns that we learn, we have to learn the idea of dimension and movement. Because everything that we do actually is a 3-dimensional. Can you hear it? No? So it might be my battery. So when we do this, sinking the elbow, relaxing the shoulder, helps you to create the pattern. Now you turned it the wrong way. The volume's up, like this. Yeah. So you can hear it now. Yeah. It's the red one where you turned it the wrong way. Yeah, it's the red one, but you turned it the wrong way. Yeah. You have to turn it clockwise. Yeah. Clockwise. Generally what? Yeah. So we have to. Yeah. So when the hands go like this, clockwise, counterclockwise. Okay. Here, elbow out, elbow in, right? But what creates the elbow out, elbow in? See, movements. When we talk about right, left, center, forward and back, that's easy to understand that there's a right, there's a left, there's a forward, there's a back, right? There's a up and down. Those are three axes in space. Movements have to happen in two directions, right? So if we lift up and we drop down, and we lift up and drop down, that's vertical lines. When we go like this, like we slice out like this and slice back in like this, that becomes two horizontal lines, right to left, right? If I took my hands and I pushed out and pulled back, that's forward and back. So that's easy enough to understand. But can you get your limbs to work in a coordinated fashion and also integrate the three joints on each side? So everyone has three joints on each side: the elbow, the wrist, and the shoulder. So if we do this, we can't just, in order to pull the arms back, we have to incorporate the elbow. In order to get your shoulders to go beyond the side of your body, you have to relax the shoulder, right? When we go like this, like in deep breathing, we're actually going to right and left sides with the horizontal, right? So that's, now if we go like this and then go like this, you see there's the horizontal line. But our elbow is rigid. So we're making a circle and we're opening up, right? We bring this portion, the upper part of your arm, back to here and expand. That becomes two motions. We're controlling this elbow and the wrist. Now if I control this wrist and I open up in a cycle, then that becomes a sequence. But we can't just go out and then come back like this because it's rigid. We have to bring our elbows down to here. That's your neutral position at 45 degrees, and go like this. And then drop the elbow and come back in. And go out and in. So that's the figure eight. But what we don't recognize is what we're doing, because on a functional side, which is what makes this unique from other types of movement, is that there's functionality and motion. So when the hand comes across like this, your forearms have to come to this position. And then when you turn out, your arms have to come to this position. And then when you come out, and you don't overreach here, because you have to make your reversing here. So what allows you to reverse is the direction, your elbow. It dictates direction. If my elbow goes this way and then drops down, I change directions. If I go out and in and then across, then the elbow led my hand to here. And then it goes out and it comes in and it comes out and it comes in. So there's the right, left side of the movement. Now, if we don't develop this idea, then your form will never evolve. It'll never evolve because the body doesn't know. What you don't teach your body, it stays, two separate places. So you have to actually teach your body that this is your goal. So the infinity sign is really going in and out. Now, because another unique thing is we're trying to integrate our body, right? So the only way to integrate the body, and we can't do it completely here because they're working in pairs, right? So these are those bilateral movements where the hands are moving together exactly the same. But if I want to work this way, now you have to feel the body turn. When you feel the body turn, you added a new or another component, the turning of your torso. So we learn to turn the torso here. So we have to combine that motion with this motion. Okay, so what ends up happening, now you have some synchronization. When the hand starts to move out and turns, you have to bring in something else. You have to bring in the lower coordination. So the lower coordination is the three joints on this side and the three joints on this side. And you can only distinguish the three joints on this side from this side if you change your position. When you change your position, now this leg becomes solid, this leg is empty. mean weighted and unweighted. When I turn like this and I turn like this, and you relax your hip, because if you're like this, you're not going to feel it in the legs the same way. You have to sit into your stance, and when you turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, now your spine is turning. The relationship between the leg and the hand becomes more apparent, and you feel it through the vertical line, and that the fact that your feet and your legs are actually working this movement. So when that starts to happen, you build upper-lower coordination. And then your sensory system changes, because now you can detect and feel the movements, because now you're feeling it in the legs. Okay. So when you feel it in the legs, it changes your sensory apparatus to detect that this is what's happening. So your proprioceptive reflexes start to kick in, and the heightened sensitivity to a position, building what we call the upper-lower coordination and the connection between. Now this is contralateral relationships, because the hand is doing it on this side and the leg is doing it on this side. So what makes it unique is that if people be dysfunctional from not doing things like that, that's what happens as you age. But if you're doing these type of movements, then what ends up happening is it starts to support the system, as the two hemispheres, and at the same time, you're building brain plasticity, because you weren't using your brain like this. So the idea of the hands moving like this, the fact that our legs are doing this, the fact that our legs are doing this, the fact that our hands and the legs are doing this, those are all the unique things about the movements that we're doing, because they're either working on the same side, they call it in phase, or opposite, which is anti-phase. So when we move, it's actually phases. When you go from 0 to 45, 45 to 0 to 45, we're dealing with this. We're dealing with this. So to get from here to there, from here to there, without moving your arms, becomes the torso. Right? So when we move, we can move our feet if we're steering ourselves in that direction. But when we're not steering, we turn. And we turn to the right, and we turn to the left. So it could be right to left horizontal, or it could be right to left with a vertical elbow. So vertical elbow with right to left is a separate set of motions, because this or this is that right left elbow down. So you have different combinations where the body has to remember these things and decide what that is. So this is muscle memory. This is motion. This is direction. Directionally, we're here. Then we change to forward and back. Forward and back. Now we have the hands that are moving like this. We have the hands that are moving like this. The legs are moving like this. You have a turning. You have that relationship between the opposite sides working together. So that's actually pretty important stuff in order for you to be functional as you reach the stage where there's what I call the, degeneration of age-related degeneration of your movement. Dysfunctional. So what's dysfunctional? It doesn't work the way it's supposed to. But movement is, I call it essential to life, because without movement, the functionality of your motion isn't as effective and a waste of energy. So how do we use our energy in Tai Chi? Because we don't use strength in our movement, we use integration. So strength is pretty isolated. Strength is just one-sided or one-side dominant. If I reach, then that movement doesn't allow my body to move. If I step, I don't really have to reach, because I'm getting to where I'm supposed to go to, and then I can capture what I want, whatever it is, right? But if I just reach, then there's some sort of restriction, and because your body starts to tighten, and it doesn't allow you to go, right? So if you take the step, and then you put your hand down, well, now it's up and down. But if you went like this, you would fall over, right? So when we're learning how to move and understanding how accidents happen or why you fall down, it's because the body doesn't know what to do. There's a poor response. But we're building response here, where the hands and legs are moving together. Where if I'm overreaching, I know how to step. If something comes into the body and it's too forceful, you know how to go backwards. That's your repulse the monkey. If something hits your shoulder, then you know how to turn with it. So you're not going to be sort of banging your arm against the wall or something and getting a severe bruise because the body didn't react. It just doesn't give. So all this turning that we do really helps to build the suppleness, but also giving. So in Tai Chi we always give and take, or yield and give. So using our strength, the energy in our movement, as if it's more efficient, then you're going to use less energy and much more efficient. You're not going to drain your body, the sources of energy you have, which is from the nutrients that you take in. So because we only have so much to work with, and as you get older, that energy level starts to diminish. They know that your mitochondria actually start to diminish, and you can't rebuild those unless you're actually either exercising or moving, and or you're not using them. So it's really, those are the little energy things inside our cells. So we produce energy. The human body actually supports itself. You feed it, you breathe, and everything keeps working. At some point, it'll stop working, but while it's working, it requires good nutrients, and it requires movement for circulation. And the reason why we need circulation is because we need oxygen in our cells. So the concept in our breath in Tai Chi, we call it, the breath is called, what do you call that? Tantu. No. Well, Tantu is breathing, inhale and exhale. But when we breathe, Fu Kip. Fu is to inhale, Kip is to exhale, Fu Kip, right? So when we breathe, when we think of breathing, we just think that it just comes into our body, but it doesn't come in by itself. It comes in because we move. Our diaphragm moves. So when we breathe, it's more of diaphragmatic breathing. So the muscle, the diaphragm, the muscle, the rising and falling of your diaphragm is what happens when we breathe. So when the diaphragm descends, right, it increases the space. So when it increases the space, you open the orifice and air rushes in. It rushes in because of the atmospheric pressure. And then when the diaphragm releases, then it expels. So when you breathe, you're really controlling that. When we go up like this and exhale, so they have a term called, the term Qi really means energy, oxygen, air. So they have a term called, your Qi sinks to your dantian. So your dantian is 3.5 inches below your navel, your center of mass. So when you inhale and exhale, and they say sink your Qi to your dantian, it's your diaphragmatic movement that presses down and allows the body to expand, and you sink. So you strengthen that diaphragm for more powerful breathing. So that's happening on the internal side. On the movement side, you have to be relaxed because your rib cage and the thorax area doesn't expand and move because all these little bones have to be free to move. So it's no wonder someone that's very tense has trouble breathing, right? Because there's a conflict in motion. So when we do all these deep breathing exercises, it's to work that apparatus. It's not because, it's just to do a cleansing breath. It's because we're moving, expanding, and releasing, and that sends through motion the circulation throughout the body. So that's why, Tai Chi is very unique in what it does. And it happens just as a discipline, and it has both the stillness of motion, like in meditation, or active in coordination, but similar still in meditation, because at some point you reach a state where you can do the form through the subconscious. We don't think about form, so that's active meditation. That's how that term comes. So, anyways, we're going to bow. Yep. Yeah.
When I do these things, I integrate my back.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do, I'm
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.